Muli na namang nagbabalik ang inyong paboritong NBA podcast with that distinct Pinoy flavor. This is episode 8, and we will be talking about the latest happenings in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
From buzzer beaters to blockbuster trades, this is your front row seat to the NBA.
Here at Pinoy Step Podcast, we go deep into every play, every move, and the insider stories you won't hear anywhere else.
All the highlights, all the hot takes, walang mintis. This is the Pinoy Step Podcast, powered by the Arena Plus Sportsbook. Sama-sama sa Arena.
So as we said, we are back here for episode 8 of the Pinoy Step Podcast. I'm your host, Anton Rojas, at napakainit na po ng mga naging bakbakan dito sa NBA playoffs. And with me, back on the show to break down the latest and the greatest in the NBA, Christian Luanzon.
Thank you, Anton. Masaya na ako ulit. Nakamove on na ako eh.
Okay.
Nakamove on na ako.
Okay.
It didn't take one sleep or two, no? Kulang yung isa at dalawang tulog. Kailangan linggo eh. Di ba? Linggo para bago natin matanggap na talagang nagpapaitim na sila Luka Doncic sa beach.
Okay lang yon. You are not alone. Laker Nation is healing just like you. I'm very sure. So now we move on and speak about the other happenings in the NBA playoffs.
Yan ang mas importante.
Grabe yung mga nangyari dito sa second round. For the first time in history, di ba? Yung underdog or the lower seed team.
Right.
All 4 of them won in game 1.
Anong dating sa'yo nun? Kasi sa akin, number 1, mukha tayong mga fools. Lahat. Whether dito in Philippine setting, around the world, I'm sure may mga predictions. Obviously, nakikita natin yung mga, especially the shows in the US, di ba? I don't think anyone, kahit sino na nag-predict na lahat ng nangyari sa second round, nangyari.
Wala.
Di ba? Especially that, the Cavs. Di ba? Lahat ng prediction, Celtics, Cavs. And as we speak, it doesn't look that way. It looks to be the Knicks and the Pacers. Di ba? And then, obviously, yung sa West, di ba? Yung Warriors, ngayon, while doing this recording, naglalaro pa sila, no? So that's obviously a big game for them. Pero yun nga, yung game 1 na panalo ng Warriors saka ng Nuggets din. Ibang klase.
Marami tayong pag-uusapan, especially the injuries that happened to key players dito sa second round. Ay talaga, ang sakit. Pero bago yun, daanan muna natin ang mga maiinit na balita around the NBA sa ating fast break.
Every champion has a story. And behind every success, there's a journey.
Alam mo yung feeling na parang gusto mong sumuko pero lumalaban ka pa rin?
Dahil sa support system, sa passion, at syempre sa sariling determinasyon. Lahat tayo may kwento. And here, we share ours with you.
PB&J is all about the struggles, the wins, and the journey in between. PB&J, Peanut Butter and Jella. Brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Sama-sama sa Arena.
You are still tuned in to the Pinoy Step Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us every week as we drop episodes every Thursday on YouTube, on Spotify. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, wherever you are on social media. Maraming salamat po. Anton Rojas with Christian Luanzon. And now, we dish out the latest headlines dito sa ating fast break. Starting off dito sa, altercation na nangyari sa pagitan ng Cleveland Cavaliers at ng Indiana Pacers. So let's break it down, partner. Game number 4, first quarter, 4 minutes and 32 seconds left.
Right.
Lamang ng 12. Itong Indiana sa Cleveland. Benedict Mathurin, sinikmurahan si DeAndre Hunter. Nagalit yung DeAndre Hunter, dinuro-duro si Mathurin. Tapos tinulak. And then here comes Miles Turner. Tinulak. Itong si DeAndre Hunter.
Right.
And everything.
Parang
just went
theatrical pa yung
crazy.
dating, eh, no?
Oo.
Alam mo ito, it looks to be, it was nothing really, no? But there looks to be something. No, anong ibig ko sabihin doon? Kasi, may build up to eh. No, dalawang incident bago yun.
Mm.
Diba? Yung una, yung game 1, nung nakalaro si DeAndre Hunter.
Yep.
Padunk siya,
Yep.
na-foul siya ni Mathurin. I thought it was good intention, yung block na yun, he was going for the block. Just so happened bad fall. And he landed on his wrist, I believe.
And he stared him down.
Right.
That was the problem. Doon nagsimula
I
lahat
mean,
eh.
the stare down, di ba? It's part of the game, I guess. Pero na-injure siya, hindi siya nakalaro.
Hindi nakalaro.
Ang mabigat doon, hindi siya nakalaro.
Mm.
Garland sa second game.
Yep.
Kasama to si Mobley, Evan Mobley.
Mm.
And then, third game? Was that third game?
Yeah, they all came back.
They all came back. And then, another incident
Yeah.
wherein dead ball na, hawak na yata ni DeAndre o ni either or yung bola. And then, nagpapakiramdaman sila, wala naman nangyari. So, sa tingin ko, no, insecure tong dalawang to sa isa't isa kung sino yung mas gwapo. Na hindi natin alam. O baka meron silang tingin na pass na, kasi, hindi naman sila yung talagang nagkasikuhan. Maintindihan ko yung ganun eh. Nagkasikuhan, things get a little chippy. Wala naman masyadong ganun para suntukin ni Mathurin eventually, no, nung what was that, game 4?
That was game 4.
Yeah, nung game 4, di ba? Nung inbound na yun sa sideline, I remember on the right side. Di ba? And ang unang naisip ko noon, Anton, sa totoo lang, bakit mo gagawin yun kung ikaw si Mathurin? I mean, medyo importanteng player siya. You could argue that he's the third best player on the team. Third. Okay? Again, you could argue. I'm not saying he is. But he's, pinakita naman niya yung potential niya, yung talent niya. But at the same time, I think the big question is kung masususpend siya. No, kasi close fist yun eh. So, tingin ko hindi rin magmamatter kung masuspend siya. Especially yung wave of momentum na meron ng Pacers ngayon.
At pag-uusapan pa natin yan mamaya ng deeper. Itong
Kaya wag mo akong suntukin. Buti lang magkalayo tayo ngayon.
I'm just happy that Miles Turner was not
grabe.
ejected for that push kasi dapat hindi na ginawa yun.
Oo,
Anyway.
tama.
Oo.
Nakialam pa pala siya.
Oo, di ba?
Technical lang, no? Right.
All right. Let's go to the other headline and it's very worrisome lalo na para sa akin dahil pinili ko itong Denver na kupunan na abante sa finals. Nikola Jokic, I am very concerned after a 40-plus point performance in game number 1, pababa ng pababa yung kanyang performance at mukhang pagod na siya, especially in the fourth quarter of game number 4.
Sa tingin mo ba bakit? Ikaw tanungin ko.
He's playing too many minutes. He's playing 40-plus minutes and is not getting consistent help from his teammates.
That's exactly the point. Kasi we could make a case, no, and I think it's still up there, no? I think he's due for a great game sa game 5.
Yeah, that's
no?
what I'm banking on.
Yeah? I mean, but it has to be him and Murray.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing. Second, pwede mo sabihin na, di ba, as the great Rudy Tomjanovich, quoted, di ba, ng Houston Rockets, back-to-back champions, 94-95. Do not underestimate the heart of a champion. Pwede sa kanila ngayon yun, 2-2 yan eh. Di ba? The thing is, ang difference ng team nila nung nag-champion sila a couple years back, they were a deeper team. Di ba? May KCP, they had Bruce Brown, they even had Jeff Green. Si DeAndre Jordan was kahit papano significant. No? Ngayon, they play 6.5 players, basically. And the sixth man is Westbrook,
Yep.
which is quite a toss-up per game. Now, alam naman natin si Westbrook, he's either gonna win you some games or do the other.
Yeah, double-edged sword is
Diba?
how I would describe itong
Right.
si Westbrook.
And nung last game, he was a little West brick. So, di ba? And I know because I have second-hand experience. Hindi ako naglaro sa Lakers. Di ba? Second-hand because as a long-time fan, na-experience ko yan ng 2 taon sa kanya. So, but at the same time, again, game 5, I think anything can still happen. But it looks to be tilting, I'm sorry to say this, Anton, to OKC.
We shall see. We shall see. Babalikan natin yan, partner. Eto, puntahan natin yung susunod na headline. Pat Riley hinting at big changes happening
about time.
down in South Beach. Now, Pat Riley, of course, we know all about his resume. 5-time NBA champion coach, NBA champion with your Lakers as a player.
Yes, sir.
2-time champion as president of basketball operations. But here's the thing. He is 80 years old.
Mhm.
So at
He
the
doesn't look like it.
at the age of 80, is he still sharp enough to form a championship roster as an executive, or do you bring some younger people, maybe like a Udonis Haslem, to the front office to probably aid him with regards to managing a team?
I think yun yung ginagawa niya eh. Nag-start kay Alonzo Mourning. Di ba? Lagi niya katabi yan sa games. Di ba?
yeah.
Si Udonis Haslem currently, ESPN analyst siya.
Yep.
No, sa Countdown usually. And I think he's still pretty much a part of the Heat organization. Pag pinapanood mo yung interviews niya, I think papunta na ron eh. And as long as you're capable, we don't know for sure, but as long as si Mickey Harrison, no, yung owner, buo yung tiwala sa kanya and he's still capable, in spite of his age. He looks great, by the way, for an 80-year-old. Tingin ko, kaya pa niya. He has about 2 or 3 more years left in him. Assuming that he is at least at the best of health. I'm sure may mga konting health issues na rin yan. But it's about time, no? Yung changes dyan sa sana si Eric Spoelstra, siya pa rin ang mag-lead, maging head coach, because I still believe in the quote-unquote old school coaches. So, kung napapansin mo yung trend ng NBA ngayon, pabata ng pabata. Diba? I mean, si Michael Malone, yung huling tinanggal.
Yeah.
Di ba? Abruptly
Yeah.
and unexpectedly, napag-usapan natin. Sorry, pasuntok na ako sa'yo. So, di ba? And, pero syempre, may dugong Pinoy pa yan.
Yeah.
Di ba? Hindi natin alam. Baka mag-guest yan dito sa Pinoy Step. Di ba? Babalikan natin tong episode na to. Coach Po, kami ang dahilan kung bakit na-retain ka. Napanood ni Pat Riley to. But yun, kailangan magbago na yan. So, tingnan natin ano mga moves gagawin nila kasi I don't think they have, flexibility.
Oh, you did hint on this show, Christian,
Giannis.
na Giannis. Pero meron kang gustong sabihin tungkol kay Giannis. Ito, punta na natin. Breaking news. The Dallas Mavericks won the NBA lottery.
Grabe yan.
They won the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. And the first thing that this man thought of was...
Is that
Okay, I'll give
ako na
this to you.
magsasabi. Okay. I thought the NBA did a good job of making a box office movie with this Anthony Davis trade. Ang galing. Kakaiba. Kumbaga, kung nandito yan sa Pilipinas, panalo na sa MMFF. Tama ba? Metro Manila Film Festival. Tama. MMFF. So, I mean, ito rin yung nangyari eh. Isipin mo what was that? 1.8%. Yung chance mo mag number 1 pick. Yung iba, di hamak, mas mataas. I think this is only the 5th time in NBA history, less than 2%, no? Alam mo kung ano yung una? Alam mo kung ano yung una?
What?
1.75 ata.
Sino?
The jersey you're wearing.
Shaq?
The trade for Penny. What? Anong year ba
Chris
si Penny?
Webber?
I think yan yun eh.
That's the Chris Webber
Yeah,
trade.
yeah. I believe yan yun eh. Anong year na si Penny?
Nauna si Shaq, di ba?
Yeah. Shaq was 91, I believe.
Yeah. I think
93 eh. 93 yung si Penny eh. So yeah, it was Penny in the Weber trade. So, grabe yun. And then parang pang 5th ang Dallas. No? So, and if you remember, the last time this happened, it was Anthony Davis was involved in this. Traded, to the Lakers. And lo and behold, number 1 pick after that season for the next year. Okay, Pelicans. That resulted into Zion Williamson. So, tingnan natin if they will keep the pick. I think they're considering to trade that maybe for Giannis. Who knows? Maybe Giannis first round pick and then Gafford. That would be nice.
Ito na sabihin ko sa'yo So you are hinting that the lottery in the NBA is rigged.
No.
I think that's what you're doing. And LeBron James also is hinting at the same thing. Nag-tweet si LeBron.
He did?
Oo, nag-tweet siya.
Just like how he was drafted sa Cleveland?
Crying yung cry laugh emoji.
Oo.
Oh, nag-tweet siya during the draft lottery.
What?
So,
I mean, we will never know. If it's true, they will never admit to it. Whatever conspiracy ito, no? But, hey, kumakagat kasi tayo eh. Di ba? Yun naman yun eh. Di ba? At the end of the day, negosyo to. Di ba? And kung ano yung, I guess, giving what the people want, I mean, Cooper Flag in Dallas, that would be nice too.
Either way, it's a very interesting
Or Giannis.
proposition. Saan ba talaga? Akala ko ba sa Miami?
Hindi,
Ngayon
ngayon,
sinasabi mo Dallas.
Iba na yung sitwasyon ngayon. Iba na ngayon. Di ba? May assets din ng Dallas, tingin ko eh.
Alright, that wraps up our headlines for the Pinoy Step Podcast Episode 8. And when we continue our discussion, pag-uusapan naman namin ni Christian Luanzon ang mga kaganapan dito sa second round ng NBA Playoffs.
Basketball is more than just the game. It's the culture, the players, and the stories behind every shot.
Anong pakiramdam na maglaro sa finals?
Paano nga ba talaga ang buhay ng isang pro player?
At anong mga kalokohan ang nangyayari sa dugout?
Lahat yan at marami pang iba pag-uusapan natin dito sa Basketboleros.
Kung mahal mo ang laro, mas lalo mong mamahalin ang podcast na to. Hosted by Ranidel de Ocampo and GB Labrador. Powered by the Arena Plus Sportsbook. Sama-sama sa arena.
You're still hanging out with us here on the Pinoy Step Podcast. Anton Rojas, back for episode 8 alongside Christian Luanzon and partner. Based on what has happened as of late dito sa Eastern Conference side ng NBA playoff bracket, very heartbreaking. It looks like a wrap. And it looks like it's going to be the Indiana Pacers versus the New York Knicks, barring any miracle comebacks and miracle recoveries from key players. It looks like yan ang magiging senaryo sa Eastern Conference Finals.
Tapos na. Kumbaga sa sinabi mo, no? Or ika nga sa lengguwahe ng mga anak ko, 3 kong lalaki. Dedo na sila.
Oh.
Dedo. So, again, ito, making all of us, okay, look like fools, okay? Sa Tagalog, ano yun? Mga loko-loko. Diba? I mean, pero I guess, you know, except for the Indiana and New York fans, obviously, you know, na would especially the New York fans na magpapakamatay siguro para sa team nila. Di ba? I don't think anyone saw this coming for the majority of it.
Yeah.
Especially that Knicks series. Let's start with the Knicks.
Yep.
Okay? Playing away, obviously, yung first 2 games, down as much as 20 points.
Both games.
Both games.
Both games.
And then, no sense of life pretty much the first 3 quarters, but then the 4th quarter,
Furious comeback.
I mean, Jalen Brunson.
Wow.
I mean,
Living up to that clutch player of the
exactly.
year
I
award.
was, ibang klase yun. It's one thing, I mean, first of all, is this, unang taon ba to? Clutch player of the year?
Yeah.
Di ba? Can you imagine, okay, yung pressure nun na first award, na bansag kang clutch player of the year, na award na sa'yo, and then to perform after. It's one thing to do it before, but after you get awarded, di ba? Tapos to still be clutch, I mean, that's something else. Parang feeling ko hindi niya talaga iniisip eh. So, ang galing. Kakaiba yung mga tira niya. Considering he's only 6'2". I don't think he's even 6'2". He's probably 6'1". Di ba? Pero the shot making is incredible. But then again, this is not to take anything away from New York, Anton. And we could banter on this, no? Celtics also, ang pinaka big question mark sa akin dyan, yung shot selection nila.
You think they're taking too many threes?
No, it's not, yes, but to add to what you just said, too many quick threes. Especially pag lamang na sila. There's a difference to that. Now, alam naman natin, itong team na to, yan yung nagdala sa kanila eh.
Yep.
Averaging almost 55 to 60 attempts. Di ba? And it has been a proven formula. They won a championship.
Yep.
Di ba? And it's really hard to defend because lahat ng 5 players nila sa loob nakakashoot sa labas. Whether si Horford or si Porzingis ang nagsisimula. Di ba? Pero ikaw, ano bang nakita mo aside from yung shot selection?
I see a team that is growing up and maturing before our eyes in the New York Knicks, proving everybody wrong. This team was constructed to beat the Boston
Right.
Celtics. Exhibit
Tama
A,
ka dun.
game number 1, bola napunta sa left wing kay Jaylen Brown, locked up by Mikal Bridges. A long wing,
Right?
acquired to stop the
5
likes
player
of...
kapalit yan.
Oo.
5 first round picks.
That's what they got him for.
Very expensive.
Game number 2, game on the line again. You try A1, A2. Si Jason Tatum naman, nadepensahan. Wide
Right.
open pass sana yun kay
Right.
Jaylen Brown.
Right?
But Mikal Bridges was right there to
For the
intercept
block.
the pass. For the
Ang
block.
magaling nun for the block and then yung reaction niya nung pumasa, yung pag-deflect. Galing. And then, go.
And then, you have, of course, the big guy, Karl Anthony Towns. You know, he's been getting a lot of flack on social media. People saying he is
As he should.
the zestiest player in the NBA. Nakita
Yes.
mo yung isang photo niya na nag-viral, yung nakaangat
Oo.
yung paa. I was like, ano yan?
Oo nga eh. Oo.
But when you look at his numbers, ay okay pala. Double-double. But sometimes, hindi ko siya maintindihan eh. Yung nakaabang sa paint, tapos titingin sa nagda-drive, biglang lumalayo.
Right.
Lumalayo. I don't know if he's afraid of contact or something for a guy that big. When Mix Gomez and I were talking last week about this series.
Who? Oh, I'm just kidding. It's a good friend. Okay. Si Richard ang kilala ko, sorry. Okay. Love you, Migs.
Tinanong niya ako eh. Sabi niya, who do you think is gonna be the X factor for New York? I said, it's the big guy. It's Karl Anthony Towns. He has to play inside.
Yeah.
Get his big butt in the post and stop shooting threes. Guess what? He's limiting his 3-point shots.
Dapat
He's playing
lang.
on the inside.
Dapat lang.
And
Yes.
I feel like when he's dominating on the inside, that gives New York that toughness that they are showing right now. So I feel like it's not what Boston is doing. It's what New York did.
Really?
And
I
that's-
think it's a little bit of both.
That's why they're winning right now.
I
Okay.
think it's a little bit of both, especially the first 2 games. Okay, now napag-usapan na natin yan. And to your point kay Karl Anthony Towns, no? Tama ka dyan kasi dati nung nasa Minnesota siya, titira siya sa labas.
Oo.
May Gobert sa ilalim.
Yeah.
Kasi 4 siya eh. Ngayon 5 siya, pag tumira siya sa labas, sino re-rebound? Si Bronson. Diba? So yung common sense na lang yun. Diba?
Lahat na lang si Brunson yung gumagawa.
Eh, diba? I mean, si Josh Hart, syempre, given, but, you know, Josh Hart, diba, compared kay Gobert, ang layo naman, diba? Pero pasok tayo ng Game 3. Nag-iba storya. Kasi
Yep.
natapos na ngayon while we're recording this, nanalo ng Knicks sa Game 4. Okay? Game 3, okay? One of the adjustments, I thought, ng Boston, okay, they played Pritchard more. He played 35 minutes compared to Holiday's 25. Okay? Ended up, I believe, top scorer of the game, 23. Or one of the top scorers off the bench, Peyton Pritchard. And, you know, it creates mismatches also. No? And bakit? Kasi pag nasa loob si Pritchard, napipilitan dumipensa si Bronson sa matchup na yun. No? And one interesting thing, yung ginawa ng Knicks, decision ng Knicks, si Mitchell Robinson, importante sa Knicks eh. And the numbers don't lie. Yung first 5, would you believe? Di ba? This first 5, similar sa sa Nuggets. Kumbaga, sila eh, play 7, trust 6 din eh. Di ba? I mean, si Campaign, hindi na, kailangan ikampanya na yung sarili niya para ipasok siya eh. Cameron Payne. Hindi na siya pinapasok halos. Di ba? So, ang punto ko dyan, no, etong first 5 ng Knicks, maniwala ka sa hindi, Anton, -29.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Minus
yes.
29?
Minus 29.
How?
Pag, I don't know. Yun ang sinasabi ng
How
numbers.
is that?
Okay? Pag nasa loob si Mitchell Robinson,
Okay.
plus 8. The thing is with Mitchell Robinson, okay, in the last game, for example, nung game 2 or game 3, he played 19 minutes, 4 of 12 sa free throws. Okay, may isa pa siyang tira doon. Kala ko Lasal Green Archer siya eh. Alam mo, archer yung bola eh.
Yung free.
Na parang walang tinamaan yung ring, parang board lang, oh. Parang ginanon yung bola eh. Di ba? Ganun kalala. Pero defensively, nandun sila with those two bigs. We're in, Cat, to your point kanina,
Yeah.
doon siya komportable kasi nasanay siya with Gobert.
Yeah.
That reached the Western Conference Finals for Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
And nung game 4, I was watching before coming here, hindi ako na late. Yes, maaga ako. Okay. Malamang tinapos yung game eh. So, fourth quarter,
Guilty.
okay, I think 5-minute mark, nasa loob pa si Mitchell Robinson tsaka si Cat. Meron pa si isang magandang play, nag-high-low play sila, no? Cat pinasahan si Mitchell Robinson sa ilalim. So, ang laking bagay sa, not only sa depensa nila, pero pati sa opensa nila. Nanalo sila nung game 4. Again, plus 8 sila with Mitchell Robinson inside. But obviously, the big news is yung devastating injury ni Jason Tatum. My
Again,
goodness, prayers para sa kanya.
We don't want to speculate as of right now because it happened just a couple of just about an hour ago,
Yes.
pretty much. But
Doesn't look good.
We've seen this kind of injury before, and all we can say is prayers up to Jason Tatum.
I'll put myself on a limb. Okay? Richard Jefferson, yung analyst kanina, syempre, national TV yun, hindi nila masabi. Diba? I think it's he tore his Achilles. I think, sana hindi. Mas gusto ko mali ako. Pero sa experience ko rin, no, watching local players dito sa atin, even NBA players, yung mga ganun non-contact, Damian Lillard, yung pinaka-recent, sadly. Diba? I think that's the season for the Celtics. But hey, game 5 sa kanila, who knows?
Before we leave this series, I just want to say, if you lose one of the starters or top 2 players sa Denver, it's a wrap. As in, 100%. But I think the Celtics are deeper. So they can probably get one more.
Huwag mo kalimutan,
Yeah.
injured si Sam Hauser.
Is that gonna be a big difference?
I mean, he stretches the floor. I mean, sa akin kung si Hauser nandyan, hindi lang yung outside shooting niya stretches the floor, at the same time, nabibigyan ng pahinga. Sila Jaylen Brown, sila Tatum. Baka hindi nangyaring kay Tatum with lesser minutes. Because this one guy that Joe Mazzulla trust also, part ng rotation yan. Diba? So, I'm gonna assume it's Pritchard who's gonna take his spot.
I think the biggest impact that's going to happen dito sa seryeng to is teams are gonna realize na hindi na sila pwede mag-live and die with the 3 because literally etong Boston, they lived and
About to
died.
die. About to die.
With the 3. Game 3 was the only time they came through with their strategy. 50% from beyond the
20
arc.
of 40.
20 of 40.
And in the first 2 games, 25 out of 100.
So now they're gonna
25%,
think about next season. They can't rely on that. They're gonna need another big because Al Horford showed his age as well in this series.
Right.
All right. Lipat naman tayo dito sa Cleveland at Indiana. Bad news for those who believed in Cleveland, believed in the Cavaliers. I think
Wala
the
na.
biggest concern,
Lupa na talaga sila. Di ba yung the land? Lupa.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Nag-warm up lang halftime.
Tama.
Di na bumalik for the second half. And again, they didn't want to reveal kung ano nga ba yung injury nitong si Donovan Mitchell. But they said it was reported it was an ankle, but based on the video, it looks something more than that.
First thing na gusto kong sabihin, mali tayo lahat. Okay? We underestimated Indiana. If there's one team in the NBA that nobody believed in, even after yung Eastern Conference Finals stint nila, it's Indiana. And we tend to forget yung coach nila, Rick Carlisle, NBA champion coach.
Yep.
Di ba? the first coach to give Dallas yung first championship. And then obviously yung kay Haliburton, that has to stop. Huh?
Yeah, I already campaigned
Right?
for people to stop saying he's overrated. He's not.
He's not. And we have the clips in the previous episodes that hindi tayo nag-agree doon. Di ba? That's the first thing. The second thing, I mean, what's happening to Cleveland? Now, injuries, syempre, factor. Hindi natin tatanggalin yan. Napag-usapan natin kanina sa fast break yan. Di ba? Lalo na yung Game 2 injuries. Di ba? Mobley, Garland,
Yeah.
and Hunter. 2 All-Stars. Defensive Player of the Year, yung nawala. Tinalo sila doon. 0-2. Diba? But Game 3, bumawi sila. Full strength. Game 4, kompleto sila. They were moving well. But, I mean, kakaiba yung Indiana, man. Kakaiba. 40-point lead. Yung onslaught nila nung second quarter, Anton, 15 points in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. To finish 2 quarters, 80 points. So nakita mo yung pagkakaiba doon ng series na to sa pinag-usapan natin kanina. Okay? Or mamaya, rather. Pero no fast break na pag-usapan natin. No? Yung Denver tsaka OKC, first quarter score? 17-8. Eto, 80 points na. 80 points na. Halftime pa lang. Di ba? So, ang mabigat pa ron, di ba? Ikaw, ano bang tingin mo, ano bang basa mo kay Donovan Mitchell before the injury? Yung first half. Yung in terms of his body language and everything. Ano bang impression mo ron? Nung tinatambakan na sila.
Bagsak balikat eh.
Wala na no?
Bagsak balikat. Tsaka,
so hindi lang ako nakapansin. Yun din yung
Oo, napansin ko din.
No.
And also, I think that, alam mo yung sa, hindi ka ata naglalaro ng Mobile Legends. Yung yung parang, ang bigat. Ang bigat ng mga kakampi ko.
Candy Crush lang ako.
Ganun yung feeling ni Donovan Mitchell. Ang bigat ng mga kakampi ko. Di ko mabuhat. 40 points na yung ginagawa ko. Natatalo pa rin kami. Parang ganun yung vibe ni Donovan Mitchell. So,
sa akin mas malala. Parang feeling ko, gumibap na siya talaga siya.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's one thing yung sinabi mo na ginagawa ko na ang lahat. Bakit ganito? It's another, parang hindi yata kaya ng team namin. Parang ganun yung dating sa akin.
And that's just sad considering that, they're the number 1 team. Pero isa rin na naisip ko, Christian, on the way here. And this is normal, ha. For you to win a championship, may kasamang swerte yan eh. There has to be luck involved na hindi may injury yung mga players mo. Diba? Because sometimes one injury could lead to a team
It could turn around a
derailed.
series.
Yeah.
I mean, siguro ang pinaka...
We've seen it before.
Ang pinaka naalala natin doon, si Papa Zaza Pachulia.
Oh my God.
Kay Kawhi Leonard.
Oo.
Diyan nag-start yung yung rule sa landing spot eh. Nagbago yung rules dyan di ba?
And then I also
completely turn around that series.
I also mentioned on the show.
Durant and the Warriors yun, tama?
Yeah, in the finals, that's another one. That's like a very
No.
concrete
I mean,
example.
yung Spurs, that was in the semis, I believe, against the Durant Warriors.
Yung kay Kawhi.
Oo, kasi kung nanalo, game 4 yun eh. Kung nanalo, lamang ng 20 ang Spurs nun.
Yeah.
Kung nanalo ang Spurs nun, 3-1 yun. Parang yun yung nangyari. Anyway.
Doon nagsimula masira yung relationship ni Kawhi sa Spurs eh. Tapos again, yung kay KD, yung na-injure Achilles niya.
Against
in the finals
Toronto.
Against Toronto. Three-peat sana yun. And then yung Brooklyn, magcha-champion sana. Kaya lang na-hamstring si James Harden tapos natapilok si Kyrie Irving.
Right. Sorry. Right. I-reel niya yan.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of championships did not happen because of injuries. And here we are again. Jason Tatum and then Cleveland. Tatlong starters. Man, decimated by injuries here in the playoffs. The worst time for it to happen.
Certainly is. And yan yung pinaka-ayaw natin. But it's really close to being inevitable because alam naman natin, considering yung amount of risk of a physical sport, contact sport, yan talaga yun eh.
So, it goes back to our question. My
It's a done
question
deal.
to you.
Ano yan?
Remember my question to you? Sabi ko, can Donovan Mitchell be the best player on a championship team?
Ano yung sagot ko dyan?
Sabi mo, they have to win the East first?
Yes.
Yep.
You have to prove it first. Kasi ganito mangyayari talo sila.
Mm.
Di ba? Even if, let's say, I'm gonna exaggerate this. They go 82-0. They're gonna run it back. Maybe add a few more pieces. But that core of Mobley, Mitchell, Garland, and even Jarrett Allen, they're gonna keep that intact.
Yeah.
Even if mag 82-0 sila, I don't think teams are gonna take them seriously until proven otherwise. It's just how it is. You have to prove it. And again, injury is a part of it, yes. But Indiana, come on. Come on. I love watching Indiana.
Yeah.
Parang collegiate team maglaro. Full court press.
Yeah.
Yan din ang ginawa nila sa Bucks. Nung nag-meltdown ng Bucks. Full court press. That's why, pinag-usapan natin to, di ba? I think teams, NBA teams, papasok ng playoffs magpapasok kailangan may press break talaga sila. Yan ang nangyayari ngayon. Pabata ng pabata yung liga, pabata ng pabata ang coaches, kailangan magkaroon na sila ng press break. Kitang-kita balikan nyo yung Milwaukee-Indiana series. Di ba? Yan din ang nangyari doon.
They're living up to their name, the Pacers. They're setting the pace in the NBA
Kakaiba,
playoffs.
oo.
Yeah.
Sarap panoorin.
All right, that wraps up our discussion on the eastern side of the NBA playoff bracket. And when we continue our talk here on the Pinoy Step Podcast, pag-uusapan naman natin ang mga nangyayari dito sa western side of things. Keep it right here on the Pinoy Step Podcast. Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin ang pinaka-paborito kong series. Yung series na talagang tinututukan ko because this is the team that I want to see in the finals. The Denver Nuggets as they take on the number 1 team in the NBA, the OKC Thunder. Ito yung tipo ng serye na pag naglalaro ka ng Arena Plus, baka magka-heart attack ka. Kasi sobrang dikit ng mga laro. So, kung mahilig ka maglaro sa Arena
Sana
Plus.
hindi literal Ayaw namin mangyari sa inyo yun.
Yes.
It's equivalent to a tore Achilles din, pero sana hindi.
Kahit gumising ka na maaga or hindi ka natulog, inabangan mo yung 3:30 a.m. tip-off time game, hindi ka makakatulog dahil sa sobrang taas ng adrenaline mo pagkatapos panoorin itong mga larong to. Grabe, OKC and Denver. Roller coaster of a series, and now I am so nervous because the series is tied 2-2. Denver let game 4 slip. Lamang na sila, papasok
Right.
sa fourth quarter. Parang naubusan ng gasolina. Napagod.
After that game, yung game na yun, biglang, hindi ko alam kung coincidence o tumutugtog, lumabas sa playlist ko, Katy Perry. The one that got away. Yun talaga. Yun talaga nangyari sa Denver.
No, man.
Pretty much in control the whole game, di ba? Up to start the fourth, the opportunity just slipped. I mean, imagine limiting OKC to 92 points. What was the final score? 92-87, something like that.
Yeah, you're right. 92-87.
So, you limit OKC to 92 points, you just need 6 more points. Only takes 1 point para manalo ng isang laro. And nandun na yung chance na yun, no? And we mentioned this earlier. It was, ito yung tipong laro na pretty much similar nung series nila against the Clippers. If Aaron Gordon, game 4, as they were down 2-1, okay? Clippers let that game 4 slip away. In control din sila buong laro, and then humabol, and then the Aaron Gordon tip slam happened. First time in NBA history.
Yep.
Right? Umalik sa kanila ngayon. Kasi, okay, iba yung, number 1, exhausted, short-handed ka na, clearly. Okay? Play only 6.5 players. Iba yung papasok ka ng game 5, up ka ng 3-1. Why? Sa likod ng utak mo, papasok ng game 6. Meron ka pa may baong ka pa. Ngayon, hindi. Di ba? OKC, kumpiyansa, game 5. Manalo sila, 3-2. Pressure is on Denver sa game 6. Anong tingin mo?
Sanay na sila sa pressure eh. So, I'm not worried in terms of like, if it's Denver who has their backs on the wall rather than OKC. Para sa akin, it's OKC who does not have the experience pag napunta sila sa ganong klaseng sitwasyon. What I'm worried about with Denver is what I have been mentioning all throughout our show is that sobrang babaw ng kanilang rotation.
Yes.
They're playing 6 players pretty much and we're starting to see the effects on this, lalo na kay Nikola Jokic. He's averaging 40 plus minutes
Yes.
in this series.
Yes. Karamihan sa kanila, 40 plus. Karamihan. Okay.
And his numbers are down. His numbers are down compared to the regular season and even in the first round against the Clippers. The biggest concern here is he's only averaging 5.3 assists per game.
Dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi mo. Kumpiyansa ka, di ba? Dahil sabi mo, sanay na sila sa pressure. Game 5 sa OKC ang laban. Okay? OKC, 6 na beses pa lang, buong season natatalo.
Wow.
So OKC.
That's big. That's
Currently at 41-6, including yung playoffs. Now, may sinabi ka kanina, di ba? Experience. Tama? Ay handling pressure. I believe nakukuha na ng OKC yung experience nila sa series na to. Tingin ko hindi masyado counted yung Memphis series. Especially, di ba? I mean, but Game 1 ng Memphis, 50-point blowout. Game 2 ng Denver, same thing, 50-point blowout. Pero obviously itong series na to, mas marami silang dikit na laban. Tama? Nakukuha na nila yung experience. And I believe, yung team nila, even though it was an ugly game for OKC, it was...
That's important. That's
It's
important
okay.
right there.
It's okay.
Wow, you're gonna leave your coach hanging.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay.
Wow.
No. What were you mean? Okay. It was such an ugly game, di ba? To support yung numbers. 3 player lang yung nag-finish 50% above sa field goals. Si Jokic, sabi mo nga, 3 game ng below 40%. So, sa tingin ko, Anton, okay, Game 5 will be OKC. And I think they're gonna finish it in Game 6.
Wow.
I think they're gonna finish it in Game 6.
That is a fearless forecast by Christian Luanzon.
I think their exhaustion, okay, will talagang magpapakita yan. Kasi exhausted na talaga si Jokic eh. Tapos they only play 6.5 players. Tapos gano'n pa ang shooting ni Westbrook. So, sa tingin ko, okay sa in 6 yan.
Okay, I will say no. I will say that Jokic is gonna have a monster game. He's due for a monster game. He had 40 plus in game number 1. And then as I said earlier, pababa ng pababa yung trend. The biggest concern is the 5.3 assists. Pero kung napapansin ko yan, sigurado ako napapansin din yan ng Denver, and the teammates will start to rally around Nikola Jokic and support him in trying to take this series against OKC and prove that he is still the best player in the world. Oh. Garantisado.
Garantisado! OKC in 6.
Yung Lakers in 5 mo.
Pansit Canton!
Now we move on to the last series that we will be talking about dito sa second round. And we are recording this while the game is happening at Christian Luanzon. Kindly provide us an update on the score dito. Kasi mukhang tinatamba ka na ng Minnesota Timberwolves ang Golden State.
Not looking good for my Coach Gold's Warriors. So, ano yan? Hindi masaya ang coach ko ngayon. Warriors yun eh. So, 87-73. 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes remaining sa third quarter. Actually, hindi rin ako masaya. This is my second team because dyan ang family ko.
Correct.
I was born there. My first 6 years. Para sa mga hindi nakakalam, first 6 years, I was born and raised in
Bakit
the
ganun yung accent?
In the US. Para mas
Hindi pinalaki ako sa Golden State.
para mas believable kasi gusto ko iba kay Jordan Bartlett. 'Di ba? Mas slang yung akin, man. So, yun.
Okay,
Bad trip. Actually, bad trip ako. Sorry. Go.
here's the thing though. Nagugulat ba tayo dito sa nangyayari ngayon na
Hindi.
tinatambakan ng Golden State? Kasi wala kang Steph Curry. Mahirap eh.
Nahirap.
Without Steph Curry, I don't think there is any way na mananalo itong Golden State sa Minnesota. Minnesota is just too young, too big, and too good, and too fast for a Golden State that cannot shoot their way to victory without the greatest shooter we've ever seen.
Can you imagine a world or the DC world without Batman? Yun na lang yun eh.
I like that.
Yun na lang
I
yun.
like that.
Di ba? As much as we adore and mighty si Superman is in DC,
Mm.
di ba? I'm a Batman fan. Kasi he's human, relatable, di ba? And I think he's the kumbaga yung value ni Superman is he's probably more valuable, di ba? You can make a case for it. The same thing with Iron Man sa Marvel. Now, my point is, okay, you can live without Robin, di ba? Nanalo na sila without Jimmy Butler in that Houston series. What was that? Game 3? Yeah, Game 3. Game 3. But you cannot win without Batman. This is Wolves in 5.
Wow, Wolves in 5.
This is Wolves
it's
in
a
5.
wrap. Okay,
It's a wrap.
So you think hindi na...
Kausap, my son is a Warriors fan. And first thing he asked me nung nalaman niyang si Curry, sabi ko, anak, tapos na yan. Kasi wala na si Batman eh. Di ba? Anong gagawin ni Alfred kay Robin? Wala. Tongyong. Wala. Yun na yun.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah. Nawala ako sa sasabihin ko. Ang galing. I like the analogy. But I'll make it simpler. Without the chef, there is no kitchen.
Yes. Yun talaga.
Sino
yan.
magluluto?
Wala. Oo.
Sino magluluto? Hindi naman pwedeng si Lolo Draymond.
Oo. Ang naging maganda lang dito, in a way, I mean, looking at the bright side, di ba nakikita natin yung potential na pinakita ni Kuminga.
Oo.
Na,
30 eh, no?
na turning it into performance, 30. And he was the leading scorer
Yeah.
nung first half with 16. And currently, he has 20 to lead all scorers still off the bench. 95-77 na.
Yeah.
Wala na to.
Lumulobo na yung lamang.
Wala na to.
Looks like-
But, to be honest, even if Curry played, di ba?
Hirap pa rin.
Sa tingin ko, T-Wolves pa rin to in 7. Okay? In 7. Bakit? Number 1, we talked about Cat, di ba? Yung acquisition ng New York. Let's not forget yung pag-emerge din ni Julius Randle, especially in the playoffs. Kung naalala mo, no, nung game, was that game 3? Okay? Now, the highlight there, Anthony Edwards, I think 36, 28 in the second half. But si Julius Randle, okay, he was double figures in assists. I think he had 12 assists. So, hindi to ginagawa ni Kat. He puts a lot of rim pressure. No? And si Anthony Edwards lang ang gumagawa nun last season. Ngayon, they have 2 playmakers. Randall can also score. And if you watch the game, I'm talking about game 3, the way he set up, yung mga 3-pointers sila, I think they only made 13. I say only kasi average yan sa NBA ngayon eh. But in the playoffs, yung pag-set up ni Randall, ibang klase, and it felt like he got every defensive rebound nung fourth quarter. Ang laking bagay ni Julius Randle.
So Minnesota looks poised to advance to the WCF Western Conference Finals.
Against OKC.
Now, you just reminded me of Jonathan Kuminga.
Yes.
Kasi Butler is already 35 years old and kumbaga, ito na yung last legs, last chance for Stephen Curry and Draymond Green to win another championship. Ang tanong dito kay Kuminga.
He's on the way out.
On the way out na agad. I love how you always have
He's on the way out.
A quick prediction on what is going to happen.
I don't have any inside info. Obviously, malaking we are separated thousands of miles away from them. Okay, and we rely on the headlines, so like Shams or whatever. But 2022 finals, nagpa-press release pa ng article, nagtatampo, matampuhin. 'Di ba sa Chinese ano 'yun? Tampo. Chinese po ako. Tampo. So, 'di ba? And then nawala siya sa rotation. 'Di ba? Mas pinili pa si Podziemski. And for good reason, 'di ba? Steve Kerr, champion coach obviously, Olympic gold medal coach, you cannot question him, 'di ba? Pero kung ikaw si Kuminga, 'di ba? Tapos si Butler pa ang kinuha, no reason for you to stay. It's time for you to move on. First of all, hindi siya in-extend. 'Di ba? That speaks a lot in the NBA. Kung gusto ka, si Joel Embiid nga injury na lahat-lahat. Hindi kailangan in-extend ng Philadelphia. Bakit siya in-extend? Hindi ko alam bakit. He wasn't due for an extension. Did you know that? He wasn't due for an extension. Ito si Kuminga, due for an extension. Hindi siya in-extend. 'Di ba?
Wala nang tiwala.
Kung ako si Kuminga, kung magbagong isip ng Warriors because of how he's playing, I'm out.
So kumbaga si Kuminga, yung ex-girlfriend mo na sinubukan mong balikan pero ayaw na. Gusto na sa iba. Yun.
Huwag mo nang balikan. Huwag mo nang balikan. Huwag mo nang balikan. Did you know na mas marami ang population ng women sa men? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Marami pang iba.
Yan ang mga banat.
Marami pang iba. Di ba? As long as hindi pa kayo kasal, maghanap ka ng iba. Pagkasal, ibang usapan yun.
Pinoy Step Podcast is brought to you by Arena Plus Network, your ultimate fast break to NBA action. Stay updated with the latest takes by subscribing to the Arena Plus Network and Pinoy Step Podcast YouTube channel. Listen and rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Your support is like a perfect assist. It helps keep the show going. Sama-sama sa Arena. At dyan po nagtatapos ang isa na namang mainit na episode at usapan dito sa Pinoy Step Podcast. Again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nakikinig, nanunood, wherever it is you are watching, on Spotify, on YouTube, Christian Luanzon's favorite app, TikTok. At syempre, na-defend mo na yung sarili mo. Congratulations.
Yes. Alam mo, tungtuwa ako this week, may nakita ko ulit, all-star game naman. Diba? Gusto nyo, ipapost ko rin yun. Pwede na.
And of course, lahat ng ating mga nagko-comment sa Facebook and wherever it is you are tuning in
Pilipinas.
to the show.
Sana nag-vote kayo wisely.
Yeah, shout out Marvin Hayes. Mahal kita, Pilipinas. Hindi naman ganyan. Para kay Christian Luanzon, ako po si Anton Rojas. Nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood at pakikinig. We will see you all again on the next episode of the Pinoy Step Podcast. Sama-sama sa Arena.
Unsportsmanlike.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Arena Plus Sportsbook, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.